my husband accidentally killed someone. Pause, take it in, and get ready with me while I tell you the story. If you've seen my content before, you know that my husband works in the medical field, and so you're probably thinking, this happened at the hospital. No, this happened in the neighborhood where I grew up. I grew up kind of in a rougher place. It was a neighborhood where you don't really call the cops no matter what you see. You just kind of mind your own business and keep walking. And my next door neighbor, for all intents and purposes, we will refer to him as Dale. He was, for lack of a better word, a pervert. And so when I was growing up, anytime that I was outside playing, he was immediately outside. I swear he was like watching through his window to see when I would go outside. And he was really weirdly obsessed with like my hair, which is weird because it's not like special, it's just brown. He would come outside anytime and he was always asking, what are you doing? Can I brush your hair? Do you want to come inside my house? Blah, blah, blah. Do you want to come play with me? Super, super weird. Every single time that it happened, I would go inside and I would be like, Mom, Dale tried to get me to come into his house again. And she was always like, oh honey, that's just Dale. What? Why were you not more concerned? Fast forward, I continued to grow. The older that I got, the less interested Dale became in me. So it really wasn't a problem past age like I would say probably 12, honestly, which is so creepy and disgusting. He was a pervert. So anyway, I obviously no longer live in that neighborhood, but it's very nostalgic for me. So I do like to go and visit occasionally, you know, drive past my old house and drive through the neighborhood and see, just because like it wasn't the best place to grow up. I do have a lot of positive memories there. So on one of these particular days where I was just kind of like walking through the neighborhood, you know, looking at my old house, Dale happened to be outside. He was just sitting on his front porch and he was watching me and he was like, oh my gosh, you're so old now. And I was like, yeah. Been a minute since we've seen each other, you gross old pervert. He looked so old and so frail. He obviously lives by himself. I found myself in a weird way kind of feeling sorry for him. And so I stopped and I talked to him for a little bit and he invited me inside. Now, you're probably thinking, you didn't go inside, right? I'm stupid, and I did. Again, he's so old and frail, and I was like, what's he gonna do? If he tries to do something weird, like, I will simply juke him out and run. And at this point, I'm like, I'm not your type anymore. You know, I'm a woman. You're not gonna be interested in me anymore, weirdo. So he invites me inside, and I'm like, okay, I feel bad for you. You're by yourself. Fine, I will come inside. I go inside with him. He sits me down at his dining room table. It's honestly kind of fine. He's acting totally, totally normal. We'd been talking for probably about 20 minutes. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna head out, but before I go, can I use your bathroom? And he's like, yeah, of course. So I go to the bathroom. It's disgusting, by the way. Of course, his bath mat had like a perverted saying on it too about like getting naked. Very on brand for Dale. So I go to the bathroom. I'm like, this is disgusting. I go as fast as possible. As I'm getting ready to walk out of the bathroom, my husband calls me. So I'm like, hey, don't freak out. I am at Dale's right now. He's like, what are you talking about? Why are you at that creepy old man's house? And I'm like, it's okay. He's fine. He's old, whatever. I'm still talking to him. I open the door. Dale is standing there, knife in hand. I'm not kidding. I open the door. I'm standing there. I've still got my phone in my hand. Knife pointed at my sternum. And remember when I was like, oh, he's old. I can juke him out. With a knife pointed at me. And Dale goes, go sit on the couch. Okay, what am I gonna do? Say no? You have a knife. But I'm also still on the phone with my husband. And so I'm like, Dale, why do you have a knife? Dale, what are you doing? And I can kind of hear my husband like yelling in the phone, like, what's wrong? What's happening? Can you talk to me? And obviously I can't respond, but I just kind of keep my phone down and walk to the couch like Dale told me to do. And I sit down and he sits down next to me. And the knife was still pointed at me and he starts like playing with my hair and being like, you've always been so beautiful. I've always thought that you were so gorgeous. My heart is like pounding out of my chest. I think that this is going to be how I go. In my head, just praying like, please, please let my husband come and find me and save me, which thank God he does. So because we live in a small town, it doesn't take that long to get anywhere. So literally within 5 minutes, my husband was at Dale's house pounding on the door. So as he's literally like pounding at the door and screaming, Dale is like, I'll kill her, I'll kill her, I'll effing kill her. I'm sobbing at this point. The knife is still pointed at me, so I literally am too scared to move. Now, thank God, my husband is not a small person. He is a big, muscular man. So he was actually able to break the entire doorknob off the door and shove his way in, which, thank God, again, knife at my chest. When he bursts in and he sees that I am literally being held at knife point, he loses it. Like, he sees red. And the next thing I know, he is charging across the room right at Dale. He literally tackles him to the ground, and I heard this just awful crunch sound that I could only imagine was like his old bones breaking, which literally makes me sick to my stomach to think about to this day. But because he was so angry, he didn't stop there. And he was repeatedly like punching Dale in the face hard. And again, Dale is an old person, so like he is not taking it well. I'm screaming and I'm grabbing him and I'm trying to pull him off of him, but he's a big dude and I just wasn't strong enough to pull him off of him. After a few hard punches, he stops and he looks down and Dale is not moving. He's covered in blood and he is completely limp in my husband's arms. My husband turned to me and was like, go wait in the car. And I was like, say less. I have to get out of here. This is so horrifying. So I go and I wait in the car and I'm literally shaking like a leaf. And a few minutes later, my husband finally runs out and he sprints to the car and gets in and is like, okay, we gotta go. I'm like in disbelief. Like, did you actually just kill this person? And what happens next? Well, you'll have to read my book to find out, because the story didn't happen to me. It happened to the main character in my book. And I'll be sharing more excerpts from it very soon. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.
When I was the manager of a makeup store, I had a customer get really upset with me because I did not have psychic powers. And let me tell you what happened. So I'm working in the front and a customer comes in. I ask her if she needs help and she's like, oh my God, yeah. She tells me that she was on Facebook and she saw a really, really viral foundation and she wanted if I could help her find it. I was like, yeah, girl, which foundation is it? She goes, I don't know. This actually happens all the time. All the time. People come in looking for something they saw online. They have no idea what it is. However, I am chronically online. So I'm actually pretty good at trying to figure out what it is that is in your brain. I'm pretty good at that. So I was like, oh, that's okay, girl. Tell me what the bottle looks like. And she was like, actually, nobody really shows what the bottle looks like in the videos. Oh, okay. Well, can you tell me what kind of coverage the foundation is? She goes, can you just show me like your most viral foundation? Which like that in itself is a really loaded question, because like a lot of foundations can be viral for different things. It could be like a full coverage viral, a tinted moisturizer viral. There's not just like one miracle viral foundation. So I try explaining that to her. I'm like, well, we have a bunch of like really popular foundations. I just want to make sure I take you to the right one. She interrupts me again and she was like, are you listening to me? Just take me to your most viral foundation. Gertrude, help me help you. Help me help you. I'm trying to be nice, but you're copying an attitude. Fine, I'm taking you to the most popular full coverage foundation and we'll start from there. She's like, no. This is not it. I tell her, okay, well, like without anything else to go off of, I'm not quite sure how else I can help you. She goes, aren't you guys like supposed to know the trends? Don't you like know all the viral foundations? I'm like, yes, we have a bunch of viral foundations. This is one of the most viral, but I need a little. She completely cuts me off. She's like, I knew it. You weren't listening to me. I'm not asking you for one of the most viral. I want you to show me the most viral foundation. It is the most viral foundation. Gertrude, your FYP looks different than my FYP. I'm literally trying so hard to help you. So I tell her, this is the most popular foundation. I've actually sold the most of this one today. This one is very, very viral. She goes, well, this isn't it. What do you want me to do? What do I do? I said, if I don't have like a picture or anything. And she goes, oh my God, let me just look up a video for you. Pull up the video, Gertrude. Don't piss me off. I'm busy today. She pulled up her Facebook. She's scrolling. She's like, give me a minute. Be patient with me. I'll find it. Oh, you want me to be patient? You want me to? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to be patient right here. She go, here it is. Watch this video. You are never, ever going to guess what Gertrude puts in my face. You're never going to believe what foundation she's showing me. Never. Gertrude, give me her phone. And she has me watching a 10-year-old video. Maybe 15. I don't remember. This is a very, very old video. Do you remember back in the day when this MLM brand was going viral because all of their consultants were like drawing Sharpie on their face and then going on with the full coverage foundation and showing that this foundation was so high coverage it was covering the Sharpie, but it wasn't covering the Sharpie. They were buffing away the Sharpie. Anyway, that's the video she shows me. A 15-year-old video of a MLM person drawing Sharpie on her face and covering with foundation. That's what she showed me. When she has said viral, I thought she was going to show me something like not 10 years old. I already knew she was going to be upset. So I just told her, oh, we don't sell that brand here. She goes, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I really, really want this foundation. Do you know who sells it? I'm like, that's actually like an MLM brand. You have to find someone who sells that brand. That's like Avon and Mary Kay. You're not going to find that at a store. She go, I don't understand why you guys aren't selling this. You are missing out on a lot of money. This is a very, very, very viral foundation. I said, ma'am, this video is 10 years old. They might not even make this foundation anymore. She's like, what? And I show her on the phone the date. The video is really, really old. She snatches the phone out of my hand, runs out the store. Those videos used to really irritate me. I couldn't believe 10 years later, those videos were still irritating me.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys how I became an addict. I've already told you guys this story before, but there's so many new people here constantly ask me how it happened, so I'm gonna retell it. I'll gladly retell a million stories. I love storytelling. Why do I have a dingle hopper on my vanity? Okay, so I was dating my ex. Baby daddy number 2. Growing up, I never tried any rugs or anything like that. I wasn't really an experimenter because I didn't like it. I was dating my ex. I had been in an accident. Oh my God. Me and him went to like an 18-year-old club, so there's no alcohol there. And we got into a fight. On our way back, I opened the truck door and I said, stop the truck. I'm going to get out. And he just kept driving. The speed and I don't know what happened. I fell out of the truck. I got 6 staples in my head and they prescribed me Percocet. Now I have a permanent cowlick on my head right here and it's like this all the time. I remember taking the Percocet and feeling really good. My addiction didn't start right then, but I remember that feeling. I just felt an overbearing amount of happiness that I didn't feel naturally. So I was like, hey, I love these. Years go by. Back in the day, my baby daddy been in a motorcycle accident and he got prescribed Vicodin sometimes. But then one day we were like, wait, let's take one and like hang out. Take one and like hook up. I don't know, we thought it was fun. And sometimes we would take like a Vicodin and call in from work and like, I don't know, have fun, decorate, go shopping. In our minds, it was so innocent because like we had 2 kids. He took on Micah as his own. We had Brayden. We had a house. He had a nice job. I was in dental school. We had everything going for us. So we were like, oh, this is just like our little secret. And we thought it was under control. It was under control. And before you know it, we were taking him every weekend and then every weekend turned into every day. And he kept asking for refills and then his doctor cut him off. One of our friends was like, well, you could just get a perk 30, just stronger. It'll last you forever. Okay, so we did that and then we were addicted to those. Mind you, those are $30 each. Crazy because looking back, we still didn't know like what was coming. We just didn't think about it. We didn't think like, oh, we should stop. We still had our life together. Everything was fine still. So we were like, it's fine. We didn't even talk about it, so we never even said the words, it's fine. We just kept doing it. The 30s got so bad that I was physically swallowing 5 or 6 of them at a time, and he was doing 2 or 3 at a time. I had a higher tolerance. Crazy because I'm this big, I'm 4'9", and he's a man. I don't know. Bad things start happening. We start losing our jobs. We start pawning things for money. We start taking out loans for these things. Mom sends him off to rehab. She sends me to my dad's house to get clean. We get 30 days clean. We both reunite, and we stay clean for a while. We do a bunch of NA meetings that only lasted a little bit of time. We pick right back up where we left off. So then one day we don't have enough money for pills for both of us. Freaking out. And this guy comes with us and he's addict. And he's like, well, if you let me go get this for you, you guys will be fine. Fuck no, I am not doing that. You're out of your mind. And he's like, you already are doing it, just in pill form. And I'm like, that's not the same. He's like, yes, it is. Then it gets so bad that we're just so sick that we're like, fine, fuck it, go get it. And that's the first time we ever tried. And that was all she wrote. I think me and him already felt like we were too far gone and like we ruined our life so bad that we were just like, frick it, what else can go wrong? Let's just ruin it. Let's run it to the ground. That's how a lot of addicts feel when they get to a point where they're like, there's no return, so I might as well just keep going. And it's not true, you guys. It is not fucking true. You are never too far gone. Me and him both become heroin addicts. Since we were broken up, like he goes on with his life, like I move in with a guy. I meet up with a mutual friend of ours and she tells me that he is doing Beth. What? He's like, yes, I watched him do it the other day. Even though we weren't together, I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, he cannot do that, dude. That's insane. Then like 3 days I started doing it too. I didn't realize how bad it would make our lives. Clue what was coming. But I would go to prison. I didn't know I'd break the law. I didn't know I would trade myself. I think that when somebody's in the moment of addiction, they don't think about those things because you're just so blacked out. I didn't have any family here. So every time I would get in trouble or something, I didn't have anyone to bail me out and help me. His whole family was here, so they would help him, which has done more harm than good for him. The difference between me and him is I didn't have that, so I had consequences. And with those consequences, I learned. I haven't used since the day I got arrested, August 3rd, 2017. Do I have shame for my addiction? Not really. What can I do? What can I do? I can't change it. It is what it is. I read a quote yesterday that said, if I have a mindset that I do now, I wouldn't have made those mistakes. But if I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now. I truly had all odds against me when I got out of prison. I had no family. I had nothing to my name. And the person that had my kids really didn't want me to get my kids back. So I had to fight with everything I fucking had, stay clean, get my shit together, and get my kids back. And I did all that. I did that! Get your ass, I'm fucking proud of myself. Nobody knows what it's like to be an addict and get clean. Nobody knows unless you've done it. Frick, I yap too much. Ah! Lord Geller. Whenever my friends have surgeries or like get hurt and get pills, I'm like, please be careful. Please be careful. Like, you have no idea. If you're an addict who broke free from that, pat yourself on the fucking back because that shit is hard as fuck. I'm proud of me too. Love you.
Things that I used to get made fun of for that I now get the most compliments on. Probably the one that affected me the most has to be that people used to make fun of how skinny I was. And I will die on the hill that making fun of someone for being skinny is just as bad as making fun of someone for being chubby. Like, a lot of people like to say like it's the beauty standard, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it does, because you're still making fun of them. Like, I never understood that. Like, make that make sense. So you're saying that bullying someone is okay because other people like it? Like, I'm just really confused on how that started, and that might be my biggest hot take yet, because every time that I mention it, people are like, I can't be bullying, that can't be bullying. But it genuinely made me so I would literally cry myself to sleep every single night, and I was in middle school. I was a little kid. Like, that can really affect someone. Like, I used to pray to God that I would get chubby, because I was so hurt by everything that everyone would tell me. Like, it's so sad. But now if you go in my TikTok comments, it's like one of my most complimented things. And I know a lot of people go through the same thing, because I've heard so many other stories and I'm like, don't worry, I feel you. I've been there before. Next, really big one is me being weird. Like, I promise you, I used to think that there was something wrong with me because of the amount of times that I got told that I was weird. Honestly, I used to try to water myself down because I was like, dang, like, is there something wrong with me? I've got so many opportunities for being weird because I was never doing what somebody else was doing. Yes, I tried to water myself down, but I was still me. For example, people that used to make fun of me for doing like Musical.lys and TikToks now ask me for tips on how to grow or how to be an influencer. And I'm like, hold on. No, I remember in middle school, you guys called me weird and cringy for posting. So this is your sign to like not care for being weird, because you're definitely going to get more opportunities. It's always good to remember that everyone is unique for a reason. And if everyone were to be the same person, the world would be really boring. So if you're getting made fun of for something, please do not care, because the people that are making fun of you always have something deeper going on in their own life, which is why they're trying to hurt other people. Don't be mean back. Just be nice, because kindness always wins.
Things you should never be embarrassed about as a girl. A big chest. I think because there's such a big push right now to be skinny, it makes a lot of girls with bigger chests insecure, but I really don't think it matters what the size of your chest is, because the beauty standard changes all the time. Having a small chest does not make you any less beautiful. Having a big chest doesn't make you any less beautiful. And if you're worried about what other people are thinking about the size of your girls, my biggest piece of advice is screw them. Hip dips. I've talked about this before. Marilyn Monroe, hello? Just a little science lesson for the girlies really quick. Your hips go, and so the skin over them also goes. I don't know where this idea that hip dips are bad came from, but hip dips are beautiful, hip dips are natural, they're cute, there's nothing bad about them. There is nothing wrong with having hip dips. A stomach pouch. I hate the idea that a natural part of a woman's body is ugly or bad or makes you look fat. I have two words. Greek statues. I don't know if I just flipped you guys off, I didn't mean to, my bad. Anyways, Greek statues. Please do not feel embarrassed to dress cute or wear a bathing suit just because you have a big chest or hip dips or a tummy pouch. I'll just leave it off with nothing about your body is embarrassing.
Hey guys, get ready for me to go to China. Okay, not actually China. I'm going to Chinatown, but I went here with my friend like not too long ago. I'm out of the serum. And I literally thought it was so cool, and there were so many matcha places, and I love matcha, and I love trying new matcha. So we're going there, and then I'm going to go and hang out with the other twins after. I'm friends with two pairs of twins. And then we're going to go and review this food place because they offered us free food to review it on our accounts. Guys, I'm literally out of all my products. Oh my gosh. I'm also technically getting ready for a party right now because, yeah. The theme is like country club, so I'm literally just gonna wear this. I was gonna wear like a going out top because I don't really like following themes that I don't know. Like, I didn't really want to wear like country club stuff, but Jasleen is wearing her aloe dress, so I just thought I'd wear mine. Anyways, if you guys are on my Snapchat story, you saw the shirt that my mom got me for senior year. Go look at it because she got me a shirt with my face on it, and it says like class of 27, like senior or whatever. Very cute. Guys, in one more week, I find out what schools I got into, and I'm pretty confident I got into, like, all three, because, like, they were all high acceptance rates, and they were all party schools. Oops. But the point is, I find out, like, I need to make a decision of where I want to go. The three schools I applied to was FAU, ASU, and Texas Tech, because, like, those were the ones I really wanted to go to, and I didn't want to pay for a bunch of applications, and I already know I'm super smart, so I, like, wasn't, really, like, concerned about getting into those or not. But, like, I don't know. So those are like my like 3 that like I'm trying to like decide on where I want to, like which ones I want to go to. I'm leaning towards Arizona State the most just because my dad lives in California, so it's like close enough like to there to where I could live with him and have my own room there, because my mom has like more like siblings on her side, so I'd have to like give up my room here. So I'm like kind of leaning towards that school more, but I'm also leaning towards Texas Tech. So I'm like in the middle. And then FAU, I kind of just like wanted to have that as an option because I was also thinking about that school, and that's in Fort Lauderdale and that's by Miami. So, and I low-key wasn't smart enough to get into Miami. So, you know, I was just like, oh, I'll apply to this school because it's, like, close enough. Anyways, enough college talk because I know y'all are younger and y'all probably don't want to hear about that. Guys, I feel like one thing that sucks about being an influencer is that, like, you kind of have to watch what you post. Because, like, I would, like, post something and somebody would take it as, like, a personal attack. And it's honestly, like, really irritating because, like, I didn't see it as that. But clearly, like, other people did. And sometimes it just gets infuriating because I don't have to worry about like other people's opinions when I'm posting stuff, because whenever I post stuff, it's like content for me. Like I'm posting it because I want to post it, not because like, oh, like I'm attacking this person. But I guess it is what it is. Guys, I low-key feel like I actually got ready like pretty freaking early for once in my life. Like I mean, there's never like a set time, but I feel like this is the earliest like I've done my fastest I've done my makeup. Oh my god, I just made myself look like fucking Rudolph. Oopsies. But I hope y'all have a fantastic Saturday. Party hard, and I love all you guys. Bye!
A makeup artist is calling a girl evil because she canceled on her. This just stumbled across my For You page this morning, and I went down like a whole rabbit hole looking into it, and so I thought I might as well share it with you guys. But basically, the situation is, this bride hired this makeup artist to do her makeup for her wedding, which is literally tomorrow. It's August 8th. And the makeup artist is from Alabama, I believe, and the wedding is in Montana, maybe? Luckily, the makeup artist had another Montana bride, like, in the same area within the same week. So, the makeup artist's plan was to go to the first wedding, which I think was August 1st, stay for a week, and then go to the second wedding, and then go home. The bride's name is Catherine, so I'm just going to be referring to the main person, the main bride, as Catherine from now on to make it less confusing. So Catherine and the makeup artist had this contract laid out. You know, in that contract, you're agreeing on pricing, like, everything like that. And there's agreements about, like, if the bride cancels last minute, the makeup artist is going to keep the deposit, all that stuff. So everything seems good. The wedding is quickly approaching, and a month out from the wedding, the makeup artist emails Catherine, and she's like, hey, hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to charge you $400 extra because my other Montana bride canceled on me. So I didn't have the flights booked or anything yet, and now I can't afford to fly there, so you're gonna have to pay, like, at least $400 extra for my flight, and then also pay for my, like, hotel and everything while I'm there. And she was trying to make it seem like she was being nice. Like, she's like, yeah, I don't have my flight booked yet, so you're just gonna have to pay for my flight now. Like, the other girl canceled, so you're gonna have to be the one to pay for the flight. I looked it up, and they're about $400, so yeah, like, it's just gonna be $400 for the flight, but then I'll also need to stay in the hotel. Like, thanks. Which, this doesn't even really make sense to me in the first place, because, okay, you're a month out from the wedding, and you don't have flights booked. Like, that's already number one. That's already, like, what are you doing? And number two, you were gonna make the first bride, the, like, August 1st bride, pay for everything, like, pay for the flight and pay for the boarding and everything, and not make the second one pay for it when it's for both of them. Like, how does she feel about the fact that she's carrying the cost of everything? But now she's trying to push it off onto Catherine, being like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for my flight and everything because the first bride canceled. And Catherine is like, I'm already over budget for my wedding. I can't afford to do that. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. And so the makeup artist is like, okay, this isn't gonna work out then. Like, yep, I'm canceling on you a month out from your wedding. Goodbye, because my other bride canceled, and I can't afford to fly and stay there now. And so Catherine obviously is freaking the fuck out. It's a month from her wedding. Her makeup artist just canceled on her. Like, this type of stuff you need to book, like, months and months and months in advance. But then Catherine gets on social media at the beginning of this month to see that the makeup artist is at the wedding that was canceled. She's posting from the wedding and literally talking about, in Montana for a wedding, like, posted up, like, literally at this fucking wedding that she's claiming was canceled. So that's odd, that's weird, that's suspicious. So then Catherine's brother, Billy, gets on TikTok and basically makes this TikTok being like, hey, my sister was screwed over a month before her wedding by a makeup artist, and like, she's lying, she claimed this wedding was canceled and that we needed to pay for her flights and stuff now because the other wedding was canceled, but she's literally at the wedding, like, what the fuck is going on? And he pretty much is just like, everybody, like, he wasn't saying like, go send her death threats, but he was like, everybody bombard her until she makes things right and she gives my sister her money back, because she kept the fucking deposit. She kept the deposit even though she was the one that canceled, because she's like blaming it on the bride. She's blaming it on Catherine for not paying like the extra $400 after their contracts and everything were signed, where they agreed on pricing and everything like that. So that's not really how it works. You can't change the price after contracts were signed, and you also can't keep the deposit when you're the one that canceled. Which also, I guess it was a whole thing of like, the makeup artist was saying that she couldn't afford the flights herself. Like, she's like, well, I would pay for my own flight, but I can't afford it right now, especially since the other bride canceled, like, blah, blah, blah. Which, like, okay, fair enough. I mean, I feel like if something like this happens and you're hired for someone's wedding day and you have to end up paying extra for travel and stuff like that, I feel like that does kind of fall on you, especially if you've already had contracts. But if you can't afford it, obviously things happen. But I'm also just like, are you trying to fly fucking first class or what? Because why is the ticket like she said like $450 or something like that. Maybe I'm stupid, because I know plane tickets are expensive, but I feel like you can find something cheaper than $450. I feel like you're just looking for like business class or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so there's like a whole thing about she doesn't have enough money to do it anymore. Like, I would fly out to you. I wouldn't make you pay for the flight, but I can't afford it. But then she like is making other posts about like a trip to Hawaii that she's planning and stuff like that, and just all this different stuff of like her buying stuff and her planning trips, and you know, her actually going to Montana anyways and lying about it. So people are just like, so where is you not being able to afford it coming from? Because I think you can. And also, she said she comes forward and makes an apology later. Well, an apology. And she said, like, in the apology video, she was like, I was feeling really bad about it and thinking, like, should I pay for her to get another makeup artist? So they're like, so you can't afford the flight, but you can afford to fly out another makeup artist and pay for another makeup artist, supposedly. But she doesn't end up doing it anyway. So the brother makes this video and is like, hey, like, tell her to make things right, give my sister back her money, like, hold her accountable, blah, blah, blah. And then fucking the makeup artist gets on TikTok, and like I said, she makes this, like, apology, which I just want to say, in every single one of these, like, videos from the makeup artist, like, every other video on her account looks like this. But then, as we've seen time and time again, in her, like, apology video, she's barefaced on the camera, like, I can't believe that this is happening to me. I don't understand why they always love to do this. I think they think it makes them look, like, vulnerable and stuff, but I'm like, no, you just look dumb as fuck, like... with your oversized hoodie on and your no makeup, when literally every other video you don't look like that. Like, just put the makeup on, girl. But yeah, so she decides to hop on her account barefaced. She's learning from the best and makes like an apology, but it's literally not an apology at all, because she proceeds to call the bride, Catherine, evil. She literally is like calling her evil, and she starts going into this whole thing about how it's a spiritual attack. Like, she's being attacked spiritually. This is a spiritual attack. Like, this is like the devil or some shit like that. And like, these are not her people, but God will bring her people, and these people are evil, and all this stuff. She just goes on this thing. She pretty much doesn't apologize at all. I don't even know what the point of her apology was, but she claims that it's a spiritual attack. And she also is like getting mad, and she's like, people keep bringing my personal life into this, but this has nothing to do with my personal life. Like, this is about my business, like, blah, blah, blah. I don't understand why you guys are looking into my life, which I feel like, you know what, fair enough. I don't know what people were digging up that she's referring to, but she's like, my personal life has nothing to do with my business, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. But then immediately after she says that, she proceeds to start talking about her personal life. And she's like, I'm a mommy. Like, I have kids. I miss my kids' baseball games to do people's makeup. Like, that's not fair. I'm out here doing people's makeup and missing my kids' baseball games. I think she's trying to show, like, I don't cancel on people. Like, I never do this. This was, like, a different type of situation, like, because I miss my kids' baseball games. So, and then she also was like, my husband's in the hospital, like, and I left my husband in the hospital to go do people's makeup. Okay, that's your decision. I don't know what you're trying to do here.
But what she is trying to do is make a whole point of how she, like, doesn't cancel on people and she sacrifices everything to do these people's makeup. So this isn't a reflection on her character, basically, is what she's saying. But yeah, you're also, like, talking about how your personal life has nothing to do with this, and then you're talking about your personal life, but whatever. But yeah, she just proceeds to keep calling the bride and, like, her family and her friends and everybody that knows her evil and saying that this is a spiritual attack, like, insinuating that they're the devil trying to get her. And then she starts talking specifically about Catherine's brother, Billy, who posted the video, and is saying, like, he's just doing all of this for attention, like, he's just doing this for likes and shares and followers. But it's like, no, he's trying to get you held accountable because they've been trying to, like, reach out to you and have you make things right forever, and you're not doing it. So he's trying to get public pressure on you to make things right. That's called hashtag accountability, girl. Like, he's trying to get you held accountable. But no, she's claiming that he's doing it for likes and shares, which I'm like, could he be? Yeah, but do I really care? No. Like, he's trying to bring attention to the situation, so, like, you stop scamming his sister. Like how I said, how she made this whole show about how I have kids, I miss my kids' baseball games to do bride's makeup, like all this stuff. I never cancel on people, blah, blah, blah. Like, she makes that a whole thing. So many people have come out of the woodworks with receipts proving how they have also hired her for stuff, and she has also screwed them over. Apparently, she has a big history of doing this, like canceling on people and, like, doing all this stuff last minute and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, you very clearly are scammy because the first wedding was never fucking canceled. Like, the first wedding never got canceled. It was on the whole time. So you still had your flight, your travel, and your, like, hotel and everything paid for by this other bride. But then you're trying to sit here and trick this bride into paying for your flights that are already fucking paid for because you want extra money. The contracts are already signed. You're already gonna be there. You already made all these agreements with them, and now you're pretending there was an emergency. I won't be able to come unless you pay me $400. Like, it's giving, like, scam email. Like, if you send me $400, I will make your dreams come true. Like, she's trying to scam them. The wedding was never fucking canceled. She was gonna be there either way, but she's trying to get this bride to send her $400 extra. You're the fucking scum of the earth, but you're claiming that these other people are the devil. I don't think God would like you scamming people. I don't think he would like that. But anyways, not only have you done this once, but you've done it dozens and dozens of times to other people, and you're trying to act like this is a very rare thing. Oh, this never happens. I never do this. I never cancel on anyone. My husband's in the hospital, and I left my husband alone in the hospital to go help the brides. But you've done this before, and you have a history of doing it, and all these people are coming forward. Like, literally, it's like the fucking Avengers. They're all fucking assembling and pulling up and being like, oh, here's the receipts of when she canceled on me and stole my deposit. Oh, here's the receipts of when she canceled on me 2 days before my wedding. Like, all these people are coming forward and showing, like, all of this stuff, and I'm just like, wow. So what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna claim this is all AI? I don't know. But what she did end up doing is privating, like, all of her accounts and deleting everything, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's nice, but I just think it's so funny. Like, you got called out, and then you're trying to, like, accuse other people of being evil and being, like, working with Satan, essentially, because you scammed them. Oh my god, I can't believe that they did this to you. I can't believe that they were upset that you scammed them. That's evil of them, if you ask me. The only thing I have to say is that I hope that poor Catherine, her wedding is tomorrow, like I said, I hope that she's got something figured out. I hope that, because this situation garnered so much attention, a lot of makeup artists and people, like, influencers and stuff, have contacted the brother and been like, hey, if your sister wants me to do her makeup, I can, like, blah blah blah. So I'm hoping at least something worked out somewhere along the way, like she found somebody else to do it, and they're probably gonna do it for free because everybody feels so bad for this girl, and also it's good PR. But like, I just hope that either she found somebody online who volunteered to do it that she's happy with, or one of her friends is just really fucking good at makeup and they make it work and it's cheap and everything is awesome and works out, because this is so fucking shitty, and I actually can't imagine the absolute panic that she's probably currently going through still. Like I said, her wedding's fucking tomorrow. So I just hope that everything works out for her. I hope she has a beautiful wedding and it's as magical as she hoped, and I hope that this doesn't cloud her day. And I want to know how this other bride is feeling. I wonder if she's come out of the woodworks. I've kind of tried to look around a little bit, but I haven't seen anything. But, like, what is this other bride thinking? Like I said, the fact that she was going to be, like, supposedly footing the cost of both of their, like, weddings, essentially. She was going to be paying for the hotel and the travel for the makeup artist for both their weddings. That doesn't make any sense to me. And like I said, why do you not have it fucking booked when it's less than a month away? Like, that's so fucking weird. I don't know. The whole thing is just so fucking crazy. And the lady coming on here acting like she's being attacked by the devil for her having horrible, evil business practices is so funny to me. And I'm glad, honestly, that she deleted her stuff on her account, because I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be in business anymore. Like, this is genuinely evil to target women on their most special day, like a day that they're probably so excited for and looking forward to. They booked you because they trust you to be part of their special day and they want you as part of their special day. Like, that's an honor. And then you're going to sit here and try to scam them out of money. You're going to cancel on them last minute and make them, like, panic and stuff just to get a few extra bucks. And then you're going to fucking sit here and act like God is on my side. Oh, get out of my face. Anyways, that's all. Bye.